Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz, and welcome to another episode of Road to Partyhat. It has been almost a month since my last episode, but I've been very busy in real life, but I also have a very, very good episode for this one, so you guys are really going to enjoy this. We're going to be taking on Telos in this episode, which is a boss that I got Warden title and then never really did much more, but I'm really hoping to get some good drops because Telos is really good money. And then we also did a pretty hard PVM challenge. I wouldn't say it's like insanely hard, but it's pretty high up there. We did some duo Vorago with my friend Andrew, so that's going to be very interesting to see how that goes, and you guys will see in the clips coming up. But I also wanted to address something about the series, which the series is Road to Partyhat. So what I wanted to address was basically party hats and rares have been going up so much. I think when I started the series, it was like 2 months ago, like 13 bill, 14 bill for the cheapest party hat, and now it's 19 bill. So since I've started the series, they've gone up 5 bill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue the series the same as I always have been, with the goal to be a party hat. But let's say we get 20 bill or so, 15, 20 bill, and we still can't buy the party hat. We may have to figure something out if they go up to, 50 or 100 bill, which hopefully they don't, because the prices are really being manipulated right now. If you look in the past, they definitely did not go up this much. In the past few months, they have just skyrocketed, which doesn't really make sense, seeing as they're discontinued items, but the past months and months and months, years, they've gone up at a consistent rate, and right all of a sudden they're skyrocketing, which doesn't really make sense. And money in the game isn't coming in faster. It's not, definitely money isn't outgrowing party hats. So I'm not sure why that is. People think it's price manipulation, but we're going to see how things go. Hopefully they drop back down or they stay steady, but we'll see at the end of the series. As of now, the goal is still to get near 20 bill for us to buy a party hat. So yeah, let's get right into the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment what you want to see for next episode, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another episode. So yeah, let's get started. So if you've never done Telos before, he may seem a little bit intimidating, but he's actually not that hard of a boss once you learn what you're doing. He's very mechanically sound, so there are going to be a lot of mechanics that you have to follow. You're going to have to follow rotations. You're going to have your own rotations for damage. You're going to need to, memorize, when certain attacks are coming, how many hits until, certain attacks come. He's not super hard, but he definitely has a steep learning curve, as you can do him from 0% to 4,000% enrage, and he is the only boss with a streaking and enraged mechanic. So his enrage increases kind of like a Raxor, where you start at 0% and he can go all the way up to 4,000%, and he will unlock different abilities, get more health, hit harder the higher enraged you are. But then there also is a streaking mechanic, which means you can basically kill him, claim your loot, and then instead of taking the loot, you can streak it. So you'll continue your streak, his enrage will go up a bit, and your loot will stay in the chest. Now the catch is, if you die, you will lose all your loot, unless you have I believe it's a 25 streak, then you will keep, I believe, 75% of your loot. But if you have a unique in the chest, such as an orb, you will lose that unless you have more than one. I usually never streak uniques like orbs and stuff, just because I'm not that good at Telos, where I feel like I can do that. But I do streak until I get a unique or until I die. Usually I streak until I die. I would say if you're getting into Telos, you just want to go in, watch a few guides, and just start at 0% and just keep streaking until you die. Unless you get a drop, of course. But at that low enrage, you probably are not going to get a drop. But the regular loot isn't really too much, especially if you don't streak. So I would definitely suggest streaking. P5 is usually the phase. Once you hit 100% in rage, you'll unlock phase 5, and you'll have to do it to kill Telos. And usually that's a phase that everyone has trouble with. But, you know, at 100% in rage, it's really not hard at all. But Telos is a pretty fun boss, and we're hoping to get some good loot from him in this video. So we're starting off our Telos streak here, and usually I start from 0% just because, you know, you can really build up your streak, and the 0% to 100 kills are really easy. So I usually start from 0 and just streak until I die or until I get a drop. That's usually how I do it. Starting from 0 is just a nice way to build up your drops because, you know, you get more and more loot the higher streak you're on, and 0 to 100 is basically an easy like 8 to 12 kill streak. You can knock that out in about an hour, and it'll get you started on your streak and into gold tier. So that's really why I do it. Usually below 100%, you're not going to get too many drops. I know my friend Andrew has done like 3k Telos kills, and he's gotten 1 orb, maybe 2 orbs under 100%, which is really lucky. I know somebody that's done 5k kills, and I don't think they've had a single orb under 100%. So once you get over 100% is where you really can start getting drops. There's actually a Telos wiki calculator that will tell you your exact drop rate, whether you're on a kill streak or not. So I believe if you're on like a 25 kill streak at 250% in rage, you probably have about the same drop rate than someone who's just killing it at 500% in rage with no streak. So I would definitely recommend learning how to streak. It's really easy, and just going from 0 to 250% is going to really make those higher tier kills give you a lot better chance at a drop. So like if I streaked from 0 to 250, 260% is going to probably be on like a 25 streak. If I get to 400%, I'm probably going to be on like a 40 kill streak, which is going to make me a lot more money than if I just did the one-off kills. So streaking is my personal favorite way to do it. It's kind of boring at the start just because it's pretty easy for me at this point. But once I get to like 200-ish, then it starts to, you know, not feel as bad. And then usually I think I actually do my highest Telos kill streak right here in this episode, so you guys will be seeing that. We're at 301%, 27 kill streak so far, so not too bad, and we're hoping to get a drop. You know, any kill could be a drop. I have only gotten 3 orbs in over 800 Telos kills, but now I'm finally starting to streak. Here we jump up to 448%, and here we are on 469%. And as you can see by the food situation, it's really not looking good here. We have basically no food. Telos is still at 65k. And here I am about to barricade because I have no food, nothing. And for some reason, it just doesn't go off and we lose our kill streak, which is pretty sad. But yeah, that was my highest kill streak, 0 to 400, like 69. And I think it was a 44 streak, 43 streak, I forget. But, you know, for me, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm hoping to get 0 to 500 soon. But here we're going to look at the loot. As you can see, since we streaked so high, we didn't lose too much. We still got 48 mil, which is really good. No drops though, but hopefully our luck will change on that. So after this streak, usually after a streak, well, here I did a streak and I died early. Not much to say about that, but usually after I do a streak, I like to kind of push in rage just because it's a nice change in pace, and you know, it's nice to get your enrage up. So I decided to push my Telos enrage, and we actually ended up getting a few kills. But if you look here, when we claim the reward, it actually, you don't get that much loot, 530k. If you were streaking up to 613%, you could get 4 to 5 mil a kill just in normal loot. So always streak. But yeah, we're still pushing here, 618%. And pushing is pretty hard for me because I'm just like, I'm so used to streaking. Oh, but look at this. Here we get a dormant staff of Sliske, which is my first dormant ever. But it's only 20 mil. I remember when these babies used to be 800 mil. Staphylosliske was max cash, Orb set was like a bill, and the dormant Staphylosliske was 800 mil. Now they're pretty much worthless. I mean, I think it's about 20 mil-ish is what it sells for, but I mean, I guess I'll take that because it's something for the log, but you know, still not what we wanted. I would have rather had anything else. This is the worst drop you can get from Telos, but you know, I really do want the dormant title, so at least I got one dormant out the way, and I can continue, and I just need the bow, the ZGS, and then the codex, and then I will have the full collection log. So let's see if we can knock out any more drops. So I went and started another streak. We're at 16 kill streak, 175%. I didn't want to, you know, go too hard, but as you can see here, we're still continuing the streak, and we get a Saren Godbow, dormant Saren Godbow at 252% in rage, 22 kill streak, which is pretty lucky. My second dormant, not too long after the Staphylosliske. And the funniest thing is, the craziest thing is, my friend Andrew, some of you may know him as Bibsita7, we were on Discord, and I hardly ever screen share my Telos, but I said, I'm just going to screen share him Telos so he can watch it. And he said, right before this drop, he said, you're going to get a dormant Saren Godbow. And I did. And we literally couldn't believe it. I wish I was recording my desktop audio because it was the funniest thing ever. But yep, we got a dormant Saren Godbow. So all in all, we got 2 drops from Telos, 2 dormants, and we made a bit of money off the streaks. No orbs, but we did do a lot of Telos this episode. I'm definitely going to continue doing Telos in future episodes just because it's such good money, and I'm really hoping to get lucky on the orb drops because an orb set's like 700 mil, but it was pretty fun. So now we're going to move on to Duo Vorago, which I also did with my friend Andrew. So I end up doing some Duo Vorago with my friend Andrew, and I've never done Duo Vorago before. It's, you know, a pretty tough PVM challenge, I would say, at least for me. It's definitely up there. It's definitely not on the, you know, like 4K Telos, you know, type of challenge, but it is, you know, it's pretty challenging. I was basing here, which is the easier role, but I had never even based normal Vorago with like a 5-man team. I have never based before, so Duo Vorago was my first experience basing, so I was definitely learning on the fly, but Andrew was helping me a lot with, you know, telling me what to do. I definitely get a lot better at keeping up my DPS once I actually know what I'm doing and, you know, how to base tank, you know, what rotations to do and stuff like that. I am using a yak just because, you know, since I was learning, I don't trust myself to use an Nihil, which in the end, it didn't really end up mattering too much, but do make quite a few mistakes to start. I think we did a whole hour of Vorago and we didn't, I think we got maybe 1 kill, which I'll show you, but yeah, died here, didn't clear my bleeds for some reason. Don't know what I was doing, but we end up making it to P5 quite a bit. And this is one of our first attempts at P5, which, you know, P5 is basically the phase on Vorago that, you know, you need to push out as much damage as possible, and it's even harder when you only have 2 people, of course. Vorago's not really meant to be duoed, so with 2 people, you really have to, you know, be on point with your rotations. You have to know how to, you know, tank the bombs, stay in the right position, swap out every cycle. So, you know, one person will tank bombs, then one person will go into DPS, and you'll just switch off more and more, and then eventually you'll push Vorago enough if you can keep up your DPS, and then you'll, you know, maul and you'll get the kill. So here, as you can see, we're taking some bleeds here. I do get quite a bit better at taking the bleeds in a fast way. I wasn't very good at the start. I would, you know, let them hit me a few ticks, which isn't ideal, but, you know, a sunshine here. And, you know, as you can see, Andrew's barricading up there, and there we go. We get the kill, 15 minutes, 40 seconds, which is not that great. We do end up getting a 13-minute kill, which is our best time, but it was really awesome just to get that duo Vorago kill. It felt so good. It honestly did not take us as many attempts as I thought. I thought it was going to take us hours, but we ended up getting, I think, 2 kills in 1 hour. And then we actually went back again, and we ended up getting 4 kills in 1 hour, which is the best you can do. I mean, pretty much the best you can do, because most kills are going to take you, 13 minutes. Maybe you can get 12, 11 if you're really fast. But I know the record is like 9.5 minutes. We were doing this on Scopulus week, which is the easiest week to do it, or that's what Andrew told me. So P3 was pretty easy. It just, you got to Devo the scops and stuff. But yeah, this was actually one of our good P5s. Or so I think it is. I do have the Inquisitor staff, which if you're thinking about doing Vorago at all, you should definitely get, because, it's basically a tier 97, I believe, in terms of damage, I think. Not positive on that, but it's really OP. I've got the Spellbinder gloves in there because they're the best gloves for Vorago. Spellcaster gloves, I forget what they're called. And we got the Essence of Finality, the new necklace with the Gothic staff in there, which I'll show in a little bit me making. It did cost quite a bit, so it really took a bit out of the bank, but I thought it was worth it just because it's a Soul Split amulet and Reaper necklace at the same time. But so here we are, and we're pushing him pretty close. You can see there are 13 minutes so far. And I believe we do get the kill soon. I'm in my Sunshine rotation right now. And, Vorago, Duo Vorago is definitely not as hard as I thought. If you know how to trio Vorago, I recommend getting a friend and just trying to duo for fun. I mean, it was really fun. We were just laughing at each other when we died because we died a lot. Thankfully, nobody PK'd each other. We're both pretty safe with that, unlike my friend HP Warrior likes to PK me a lot. If you guys watch my previous Road to Partyhat episodes with Vorago, get PK'd a lot in a few of those. But 13 minutes 44 seconds, we end up getting 13 minutes and 2 seconds, I believe, is our fastest time. But yeah, we got 6 duo Vorago kills in 2 hours. The first hour was obviously a big learning hour, but after that, smooth sailing. 4 out of 4 kills in 1 hour. No failures, no deaths, no nothing. It's insane money because of all the energy you get. So you're basically splitting getting I don't even know, 5-6 mil a kill split, and it's like 20 mil an hour. So I'm gonna go into the loot now from this episode. Alright, so here we're just going to be selling all our loot. It's not all the loot. I did sell some of the Telos, normal loot before, but this is just like the dormants that I got, a lot of the tectonic energy that I had from duoing Vorago, and a little bit of normal Telos loot. I would say this episode we made a decent amount of money. We did a lot of high tier PVM. We did get some drops, but not quite the drops we wanted. I think next episode I'm going to aim to make get a loot tab worth 500 mil to a bill and just have a huge episode with tons of drops. So make sure you guys turn on your notifications so you get notified about that, and make sure to subscribe as well. But we did sell the loot here for a decent amount. I did buy the Essence of Finality earlier, which is just with money I already had from previous episodes, so nothing really changed there. But we will be making an upgrade or two after we sell this stuff. The Staff of Sliske just wasn't even selling for 25 mil, so I decided to keep it. I believe I did end up selling it later for 21 mil. But yeah, that thing is just, it's gone down so much since Staff of Sliske, or since the Inquisitor staff came out. I mean, basically people use the Inquisitor staff for most things that require magic. Vorago, Telos, those things use Inquisitor staff, and everything else people are gonna, melee and stuff. But we end up buying the Blast Diffusion boots for about 95 mil, as they're a huge upgrade for our mage DPS, so super happy to get those. Alright guys, so that's going to conclude this episode. We're going to take a look at the bank and how much money we have in our wealth evaluator. This episode did take like a month to come out, which is not going to be how they're going to be. They're going to come out every week or two. I was just very busy in real life, starting school, moving, so I didn't have a ton of time, but I did try to do a lot of high-level PVM, and even though we didn't get the drops we wanted, it was still a good experience, and I'm definitely going to make a ton of money next episode, just you wait. But we did actually get some gains on double XP. I actually spent a good amount on getting my Herbler up to 112. I can now make the super adrenaline renewal potions, so they the best adrenaline potions you can make, so I'm happy with that. But it did take a little chunk out of our bank. If you look in here, we also made the Essence of Finality and put the Gothic Staff in, which costs about 250 mil, but it's still a pretty big upgrade. And we're going to look here at the Wealth Evaluator. It says 1.75 bill, but of course it doesn't account the Inquisitor Staff. I believe it doesn't count the Essence of Finality either. I'm not sure. But I would say we're about 2.2, 2.4 bill. So we didn't gain a ton of money since last episode, but like I said, I spent a bit on Herblore, probably 100, 200 mil, if not more. I did do some farming as well and got my farming up, just a little bit of double XP to try to get comp cape eventually. But next episode, we're going to make a ton of money. I'm going to aim for a bill goal next episode, so you'll not see next episode until we make at least a bill, but I'm hoping it should be out in a few weeks anyway. I'm really going to start grinding on the high-level PVM, and I thought I'd show you guys our collection logs just because I think this is a cool thing to do at the end of the video. Extra long episode, but that's okay. It seems like you guys like it when I make the videos longer. So we're going to look at Telos. So we have 922 kills, 663 in rage, and a 42 kill streak is our highest, which we did get in this episode. If we go to the collection log, you can see we've gotten 3 orbs, which was, 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't done Telos in a while, so this was a long time ago. And we did get the Dormant Siren Godbow and the Staff of Sliske this episode, so that means for the Dormant title, we just need the ZGS and the Ability Codex. So I'm hoping to get that knocked out. If we go here to Vorago, I now have 59 kills. No drops for me, but a good amount of energy. So I'm going to continue doing Vorago because it honestly is such good money. Next episode, may do some Solok. Still only have 5 kills, but definitely looking to get into it more. Going to be doing a ton of higher level PVM. Might do some Ambassador. Have a Rax leg I need to finish. I'm definitely going to try to find some next Angel of Death teams to go with. Gonna keep working on the elite dungeons, keep working at Telos. I'm also think I'm going to be doing some clues next episode just because, dyes are so much money right now. Blood dyes are over 3 bill. I do have quite a bit of clues stacked up in the bank, so for all you clue lovers, we're probably going to be popping open some caskets next episode. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this extra long episode. Sorry it took so long to get out, but next one will be sooner and will be a great one. So make sure you subscribe and like the video. Turn on your notifications again so you can see when the videos come out. And yeah, comment what you want to see next. And thanks for watching, guys.